So my name is Peggy Dubro, and I am the originator of the EMF balancing technique. I am the discoverer of the universal calibration lattice. And what I discovered 22 years ago, and I now have taught in over 70 countries with thousands and thousands of people embracing this reality, is a system in the energy anatomy called the universal calibration lattice. Studied the structure, we've used it, improved it. It appears that it can become part of a new system in psychology which is developing at this time, and it has to do with energy psychology. The structure of the lattice is quite simple as I look at it. It's a center below, it's 60 centimeters beneath the feet. It's an energy exchange between ourselves and the energy of the earth. There's a center above, and this is very linear, and yet the center above is where we do this exchange with what we call our higher energies, our inspirational energies, our higher intelligence, if you wish. And we're capable of greater wisdom and greater knowledge. And as we enter into this time of quantum reality, the next crazy idea or the next way to make a difference on this planet, however you see it, I believe the repeating pattern that we will find as we go more quantum has to do with the figure eights. And as you look at the structure of the lattice, there's those figure eights. Call them crazy eights, call them infinity loops. There is something about that particular pattern that will empower us as we are choosing to direct our energy in our daily lives. It's one thing, again, to know the energy is everywhere and it's all around us, to know the power of intention, to understand there is the structure, that we're all connected. It's another thing to bring it into our personal lives. And this particular structure with the fibers, you see the long information fibers surrounding the body. These fibers are filled with information about the person themselves. It's our individual universe. It's the manifestation of who we are as an energetic being, as our own individual universe.
I have been involved with energy work over the last 10 years, going through traditional psychotherapies. I was not satisfied with the current concepts, and I moved into studying information processing therapies. Many of my patients, they came with psychiatric symptoms and other medical issues that they didn't talk about. And it was amazing when a jeweler who had a ganglion on his hand, and during phase 1 session, a few days later, he called me that the ganglion disappeared. And that was a big surprise for me. Now, I didn't have the intent during the session, but he did. And that was a big validation. I have several clinical vignettes like that. And many people that came to my office having problems, relationship issues, and other clinical issues with their past, traumatic events that had happened. I have used the EMF balancing technique, and they improved beyond the traditional approaches that I've been using in my practice.
If we start just with the premise that every thought, word, action, and emotion that we have, we are generating energy, it would be helpful to understand ourselves as an energy being. We have a physical body, we have many systems within that physical body, we have an energy anatomy, there are systems within that energy anatomy. So while the energy is everywhere, I'm suggesting that you're able to sort out the energetic charges of your being, to sort out your consciousness, so that just as a martial artist gathers their energy and focuses their energy to be able to achieve desired results, breaking a board, breaking cement blocks, whatever you wish to do, an individual may learn how to gather their energy, base it on the energy of love, and be able to direct their energy so that they are achieving what they want in their own life. So there's great interest these days in this energy field, this matrix, the energy that surrounds us, it's everywhere, and a tremendous amount of interest in just how connected we all are through this energy field. And This is very important because it's going to play a very dynamic role in the evolution of this planet, and most importantly in the evolution of human beings, to begin to understand just how connected we all are. But how do you work with this energy in your own life in a personal way? How do you bring this reality, these higher ideals, these higher understandings, the quantum reality that is being born right now, that we're understanding there's so much more to us, we're just so much more connected. And so the discovery of the lattice for me 22 years ago was something that occurred in my personal life after touching this greater reality. And now, 22 years later, I have all this experience with a system in our energy anatomy that I discovered at that time. And I believe I discovered it for my own survival, for my own ability to be able to be here, to be aware, and to still function in everyday life. And that's been my passion. So what is this system? It's called the Universal Calibration Lattice.
I'm the chief psychiatrist at the Staten Island Developmental Disabilities Services Office. I took the training with Peggy Dubro for all 13 phases of the EMF balancing technique. I am a teacher of teacher for phase 1 to 4, teacher from phase 1 to 8, and a practitioner for phases 1 to phase 13. Peggy Dubro is an expert in the energy of love, and that led her to the discovery of the Universal Calibration Lattice. From within the Universal Calibration Lattice originated the EMF balancing technique, a system for the delivery of the energy love for the world of humanity. I have integrated this technology, I should say this elegant, cutting-edge technology, into my practice in mental health and healing.
I met Peggy about a year ago. I work over the Creative Life Center, Sedona Creative Life Center, and she walked in to do the first program I had ever seen, and I didn't know who she was. And I just had to go up to this beautiful, angelic-looking woman and say, "Your energy is just incredible." And she goes, "Well, aren't you lovely?" She says, "Would you like to attend my class?" So I went to the class and I sat and listened for a day, and I was forever changed because she made a lot of things clear. And this whole thing about energy started me to want to learn more about energy. And the more I got to know Peggy, the more I wanted to emulate what she gives to people. So she's made a really profound effect. She's had a very profound effect on my life because of who she is and what she does for people. And I don't care where you go, she gives the same to everyone, and it's just pure beauty. And that's something that she teaches around the world. And I think it's a wonderful thing. She's quite the being to be on this planet at this time.
I've known Peg, I guess, for about, I guess it's going on 10 years now. And in thinking what I want to say about this work, I came up with an analogy. I realized what I'd done is I had painted my world into a little small corner, and that was my reality. And then Peg comes along and she blows it all up. And now it's a joy to live. Come on, let's play.
I discovered Peggy's work only 2.5 years ago. I had a dream about part of the UCL 10 years before that, and when I saw the video of the UCL, my whole body was like shivering, and it was a feeling I had in my dream before, so I knew I had to learn about it.